Let me ask you something uncomfortable. What if I told you that most people don't fail because they're bad with money? They fail because they quit at the exact moment success is supposed to feel slow, boring, and painful. Right now, statistically, 8 out of 10 people watching this will never reach their first $100,000. Not because they aren't smart, not because they didn't try, but because they drop out right before momentum kicks in. And the scariest part? Most of them don't even realize they quit too early. Today, I'm breaking down why 80% of people drop out before hitting $100K, the invisible phase nobody warns you about, and how to make sure you're not one of them. If you've ever felt stuck, behind, or tempted to quit, this video might be the most important one you watch this year. This isn't a hype video. This isn't get rich quick. And this definitely isn't financial fantasy. This is the real 2026 reality of building money, whether it's through investing, trading, business, side income, or long-term wealth strategies. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the first $100K feels brutally slow, the psychological traps that cause most people to quit, what successful people do differently before the money shows up, and the exact mindset plus actions you can apply starting today. Let's get into it. Why this topic matters right now. We're living in a weird financial era. On one hand, AI is everywhere. Online income is more accessible than ever. Investing apps take 5 minutes to download. You can start with $10. On the other hand, inflation is still quietly eating purchasing power. Job security feels weaker than it did 10 years ago. Housing feels permanently out of reach for many. And social media makes it look like everyone else is winning. This combination creates something dangerous. Unrealistic expectations mixed with short patience. In 2026, people don't lack opportunity, they lack staying power. Everyone wants results fast. Few people are prepared for the ugly middle, and the first $100K sits right inside that ugly middle. Mini summary: the modern problem isn't access to money tools. It's quitting too early because progress doesn't look exciting at first. So why does this happen to so many people? Let's break it down. The $100K myth that causes people to quit. Here's the lie most people believe. Once I start doing the right things, money should come quickly. Sounds reasonable, right? But in reality, the path to $100K looks more like this. Long periods of effort, minimal visible progress, self-doubt, comparison, and boredom. Let's talk numbers. If you invest $500 a month at a solid long-term return, after 1 year, it feels pointless. After 2 years, still underwhelming. After 3-4 years, momentum starts. After 5-7 years, compounding becomes obvious. But most people quit in year 1 or 2. Why? Because the early phase doesn't reward effort emotionally. The motivation gap. Effort goes in. Results don't show up fast enough. The brain says, this isn't working. So people switch strategies, chase trends, jump from crypto to stocks, to trading to side hustles, start over again and again, which resets progress every single time. Rhetorical question. What if the reason you haven't hit $100K yet isn't because your strategy is wrong, but because you haven't stayed with it long enough? The 5 biggest reasons 80% drop out. Let's get specific. Reason Hasson, they expect linear progress. People think money grows like a straight line. In reality, wealth grows exponentially, but only after a long, flat phase. That flat phase feels pointless, feels discouraging, feels like you're behind. So people assume something is wrong when actually everything is normal. Reason #2. They confuse motion with progress. Posting about money, watching finance videos, talking about investing feels productive but doesn't always move the needle. Progress comes from consistent saving, long-term investing, skill building, patience, not constant strategy switching. Reason #3. Social media distorts reality. You see, I made $10K in a week. This trade changed my life. How I retired at 27. What you don't see, the years before, the losses, the boring routines, the failed attempts. So, your slow progress feels like failure even when it's normal. Reason #4. The first $100K doesn't change your life overnight. Here's a hard truth. $100K doesn't instantly make life perfect. And when people realize that, they feel disappointed. But what $100K does do is change momentum, build confidence, unlock compounding, prove you can do it. People quit because they expect a lifestyle upgrade, not a foundation. Reason #5. They hit the lonely phase. Before $100K, friends don't relate. Family may doubt you. Results aren't visible yet, so it feels isolating. Most people quit to feel normal again. Mini summary. 80% don't quit because they fail. They quit because the process doesn't feel rewarding yet. Now let's talk about what actually works. Step-by-step breakdown. How people who hit $100K think differently. Step 1. They choose one primary path, not 5. 1. Examples. Long-term investing. A focused business model. One trading strategy. One skill-based income. They don't chase everything at once. Step 2. They redefine winning early. Instead of asking, how much money did I make this month? They ask, did I stay consistent? Did I reduce dumb mistakes? Did I show up again? They track inputs, not just outcomes. Step 3. They expect boredom. This is key. People who reach $100K expect slow months, flat periods, emotional boredom. So when it happens, they don't panic. Step 4. They use simple, repeatable systems, not complicated hacks. Simple systems. Automatic investing. Set saving rules. Risk management. Fixed schedules. Complexity kills consistency. Rhetorical question. What if success isn't about doing something extraordinary, but doing something ordinary for longer than most people can tolerate? Realistic scenarios. Relatable examples. Scenario 1. The investor. Starts at 23. Invests monthly. Feels behind for years. Hits $100K in late 20s. Suddenly, confidence skyrockets. Nothing magical change time did. Scenario 2. The side hustler. Tries multiple ideas. Finally sticks with one. First year, barely profitable. Second year, momentum. Third year, consistency. Quitting almost happened right before it worked. Scenario 3. The trader. Blows small accounts early. Learns risk control. Stops chasing dopamine. Slow grind. Eventually stable. Most quit during the learning curve. Mini summary. Different paths. Same pattern. The ones who make it stay through the boring phase. Simple action steps you can take today. Here's what to do right now. 1. Decide your $100K path. One strategy. One timeline. No hopping. 2. Set a non-quit period. Tell yourself, I won't quit or switch for 24 months. This alone puts you ahead of most people. 3. Track effort, not just money. Consistency is greater than motivation. 4. Stop comparing timelines. You're not late. You're early if you don't quit. 5. Expect this to feel slow. If it feels slow, it's working. 36-0, 40-0. The big persuasive truth. Here's the truth nobody tells you. The first $100K is not about money. It's about identity, patience, discipline, trusting the process. Once you cross it, things don't magically get easy, but they get clearer. The hardest part isn't making money. It's not quitting before momentum starts. Future trend angle, 2026 forward, going forward, AI will amplify skilled people. Passive income will reward consistency. Markets will favor patience. Short-term hype will burn out more people. The gap between quitters and finishers will grow. And the finishers? They'll look lucky. Final rhetorical question. 5 years from now, do you want to say, I'm glad I stayed? Or, I wish I didn't quit? If this video hit home, like it so more people see it. Comment, staying if you're committing to the process. Share it with someone who's about to quit. And if you want the next video, where I break down what changes after your first $100K, make sure you're subscribed, because quitting early is expensive, and now you know better.